Hey Libra, welcome to Miss Leo's Tarot. I'm Sarah. This is going to be a no contact reading. We're going to be diving into the current energy between you and the person that's on your mind. We're going to be looking at the challenges and blocks that's preventing this connection from moving forward. We're going to be going into their feelings, like what are they feeling deep down about you, even though you guys are in no contact, your feelings, and then we're going to go into near future actions and then wrap up with some advice, okay? So just to save time, Libra, I've already pre-shuffled and meditated on your cards so that we can just, dive right into it. All right, so what is the current energy between you and this person? We have the Nine of Swords, we have the Hanged Man energy, and we have the Queen of Wands. All right, so obviously here with the Nine of Swords, there's some sort of, a lot of anxiety regarding this connection. I'm feeling like just right off the bat, I feel like your person somebody here is afraid that somebody's going to move on. We have the Queen of Wand energy. This is somebody that's incredibly magnetic. I feel like, this is your energy that you're projecting right now, Libra. You're very, in your power, very magnetic. This is something that was a very, passionate connection, very physical, because we have the Lovers and Friends card. So perhaps this is, somebody that you're, involved in some sort of friends with benefits connection, or just a very, surface, like it's a very casual connection, if you, get what I'm saying. But we have the Hanged Man energy. So there's a sense of, obviously things here are at a pause, a lot of reflecting going on about the connection here. I feel like, somebody here is looking at things from another perspective. They're, really taking a step back and reevaluating things. All right, I want to dive deeper into that. Give me another clarifier on the current energy between Libra and their person. The person on their mind. What is this Hanged Man energy? What are they reevaluating? What are they thinking about? We have the Queen of Swords energy. So perhaps you said some things to this person. Maybe you drew some harsh boundaries. Yeah, I feel the Queen of Swords doesn't put up with any crap. She cuts things out. She's very assertive, if you will. So maybe you said something to this person and it really made them step back and think about things, I don't know. Let's get more into it. All right, so what is the challenge and blocks? We have Temperance energy. We have the Four of Wands. We have the Seven of Cups. All right. So we have the Lies You Tell card. So perhaps, somebody wasn't being honest here about exploring their options, or, they just were keeping things like that hidden from you. Perhaps you felt like things were going into a different direction than they actually were. Like maybe this person was, keeping things surface level, because we have the Four of Wands here. So this is a very committed energy. This is a very stable energy. This is talking about, moving in together, or, engagements, long-term connections, if you will. And I feel like that's what Libra was out of balance here. You were wanting some sort of commitment, or vice versa. I'm just reading the energies here. It could go either way. But somebody here in this connection wasn't being decisive. I feel like they were kind of keeping you as an option. They were kind of treating the connection as something that wasn't very serious in their eyes. And I feel like that's where the miscommunication was happening. I feel like somebody here was feeling things on a deeper level, more so maybe than the other. And one person wanted commitment, and one person was kind of like secretly exploring their options and keeping somebody on the side, if that makes sense. All right. So that created a disharmony here and making things very imbalanced. All right. So what are their feelings for you right now? So we have the Queen of Swords energy with the Eight of Cups and the Strength energy. All right. Okay. So we have the Queen of Swords again popping out. I want to clarify. Give me one more card about their feelings for Libra. I feel like Libra, they're trying to keep a brave face. Their feelings, they are trying to emotionally detach here with the Eight of Cups energy. Okay, the Strength energy, they're really, you know, in an energy where they're trying to, I feel like they don't want to appear weak. Okay, obviously here they're feeling some kind of way. They are in deep regret here. They're, you know, really upset about the fact that you guys are in no communication. And I feel like with the Queen of Swords energy, they are really trying to keep their guard up. They are trying to, you know, they're not wanting to show weakness. I feel like there's a lot of pride here. So emotionally they're trying to walk away, but they're also trying to seem unbothered, you know, keeping this tough exterior going. They're doing a lot of restraining themselves from maybe contacting you. They're really trying to keep things, you know, under, how do I say this? It's taking a lot for them to not communicate with you, is what I'm feeling. They're holding themselves back here with the Strength energy, showing restraint. All right, heart attack. Like I said, they are feeling a lot of regret, like I said, about this no contact situation. So even though on the surface they may seem like they don't give a shit, they do, okay? Because here with the Seven of Pentacles, they are doing a lot of, you know, reevaluating. They are looking at things from, you know, a different perspective. They are trying to see things a different way. So, yeah, okay. So let's go into what your feelings are about this connection. We have the Five of Cups energy. So obviously you're feeling sad too. I feel like there's a lot of mirroring energy going on here. Yes, and we also have the Six of Cups. But here with the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, Libra, I've got to be real with you. I don't really feel that you want to like work on things here. I feel like you're kind of like in an energy where you're just kind of done with it for some reason. Even though you still are energetically holding on here with the Six of Cups, you're definitely missing this person. You definitely feel some kind of way. It's mutual energy going on here. But I feel like you're right now just kind of like really grieving this connection. All right, this is a deep loss, a lot of, you know, really just kind of like looking at the negative side of things right now. You're not really in an energy to, you know, wanting to work on things or trying to fix anything. So, yeah. I feel like there's a little bit of, you know, revenge kind of energy coming from you because we have special recipe and it shows like a voodoo doll being pricked with needles. So I feel like you're kind of in an energy where you feel like, or you're hoping that maybe they will receive some sort of karmic kickback, if you will, for how they maybe treated you in the past, for not really showing up the way you had wanted, you know. Yeah, so that's kind of, I'm not laughing. It's just, you know, I just think that's a little bit humorous. Anyways, let's clarify the special recipe card. All right, well, I want to clarify the special recipe card. Here with the Page of Swords, I do feel, Libra, that you're kind of like keeping a watch on this person somehow and hoping that maybe they will get what's coming to them in your mind. That's what I'm picking up on. All right. So let's go into the near future. What is likely to happen between you two? All right. We have King of Swords energy. Man, there's a lot of guarded energy here. Justice. All right. And we have the World card. All right, so, all right, we have the Witches. All right, so this does speak of, you know, people meddling, people interfering with the connection. Could be a third party, doesn't have to be. Doesn't necessarily have to be like, you know, cheating and stuff. It could be family, it could be friends. It could be things like that getting in the way of connection. But for some of you, it could be, you know, literally a third party, if that's what you, if that's what you know is going on. But basically what I'm trying to say here is what's likely to happen. We have the World energy, we have the Justice, okay? So I feel like there is some sort of balance being restored here. I feel like there's some sort of a karma, some sort of, somebody, maybe giving you an apology or righting wrongs with you kind of thing. All right. I feel like with the world energy, that's successful completion to a cycle. So I feel like in the near future, Libra, this is something that will be resolving itself in a positive way. Okay. I feel like if it is a third party situation, it's something that's going to be, taken care of. I want to clarify the Witches card. This could also talk about gossiping and talking ill. Oh my gosh. The Lover's energy. This could literally be, for some of you, could be like a past person this person dealt with, or some sort of other person that's involved in this romantic connection. Okay. Bottom of the deck, we have the Ace of Swords. So I do feel, oh my gosh, and the Two of Wands and the Star. Look at that. That is beautiful, Libra. Regardless of what happened, the circumstances, it doesn't really matter. The fact is, there is healing, major healing going on. The Star. This isn't what's hoping that's going to happen. This is what is coming in the near future. We still have the Two of Cups. So it's still talking about, regardless of the circumstances between you and this person, Libra, there is a very strong soul bond. We have the Lovers, and we also have the Two of Cups energy. This is a strong soulmate energy is what I'm getting. I feel like you are meant to deal with this person from, a previous life. I feel like, for some of you, this is a soulmate. This is something that you maybe have brought into this lifetime from another lifetime that you have to clear out some sort of karma, if that makes sense. All right. But regardless, I feel like there is some sort of clarity coming here in this connection. There's going to be some sort of, apology or some sort of successful completion to this, drama type of situation going on for you. All right. So let's look at the outcome plus advice. Oh my God, when I just said that, I pulled soul tie. So I do feel like this is a very strong soulmate energy, Libra. All right, so the outcome and the guidance here is we have the Nine of Pentacles. So I feel like this is your energy. You're very independent. Things are going well for you financially. And I feel like the message here is to kind of like continue doing what makes you happy as far as, your career, finances, things like that. Stepping into your own power and doing things. I'm so sorry about the screaming. There's, kids playing outside, so they're being a little bit loud. Just kind of like keep working on yourself and everything, because I do see here in the outcome and guidance, there is an opportunity with the Ace of Pentacles and the Six of Pentacles to have some sort of, commitment. This is commitment energy coming in. I feel like you guys are meant to kind of like enter into a new cycle here. And it's going to be beautiful. We have the Ace of Pentacles. That's, a new chapter, a very committed new chapter. Somebody wanting to give the connection here. This is like my breadcrumbing card. So maybe, obviously in the past, they didn't really put a lot of effort into the connection, but now they do. That's the new cycle that's coming. Strong soul tie here. All right. I feel like this person, you're meant to kind of live out this karma with this person, if that makes sense. All right, so that is what I have for you, Libra. Hopefully it resonated. If it did, feel free to hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much.